Dokibird gets dragged into huge Marvel Rivals drama. Again? Alright, let's get it.
Okay, so it seems like there has been a little bit of drama surrounding the whole Marvel Rivals thing that we talked about yesterday. Now, if you guys don't remember, we talked about the fact that it was quite funny that Dokibird was actually participating within this new tournament with Marvel Rivals, which actually has a grand finals today, I think. And essentially,
a little bit of a small lore. I just came back from a Overwatch tournament. Sadly, didn't win, but glad to be participated in. It's kind of funny that it's also like the same date as my tournament date is. What a coincidence.
She was a part of Team Canada, and the funny part was her being in a team with XQC. And if you guys don't know, obviously they had a little bit of a drama a while back whenever they weren't on the same team, but obviously they're both Canadian.
Yeah, like I think I remember that like Dokibird and XQC got a little bit of a drama. What was it like last year that it was like some sort of it was like a tournament, and then they were like rules were adjusted, didn't like the new rules, and then it went downhill from there.
And so they were on the same team for this event, and it was quite funny to see, right? It was just very interesting. A lot of VTuber fans were interested by this, and I said surely there's gonna be no drama, right?
Wait, hold on. Right, okay, Dokibird fan. Since when fan plays Marvel Rivals?
And well, there was, but it's less so to do with XQC, to be fair, this time. I mean, he was, kind of in the team or whatever, but it's more so to do with Warren here, who's right next to XQC. There's been a lot of clips of coming out of him, as well as Aramori as well, right here. And Dokibird has been mentioned quite a few times, getting kind of dragged into this whole entire thing, and it's been kind of insane, right? And there's been many clips, as I said, that's been going around. For example, there's been this one, tweet talking about the Marvel Rivals World Cup, or whatever you want to call it right now, saying, wish there was more advertisement in general. It's good that they got people who are familiar with the game, but don't main Marvel Rivals. Great for reaching a new audience.
Okay.
If you're going to get invited to a $300,000 tournament, sorry, not 30,000, that's way less, probably should learn more than Squirrel Girl. A lot of people would give anything for this opportunity. A lot of visibility to different countries and streamers like Team Brazil, which had really good players, and Team America, who kicked our ass 2-0.
At the same time, I kind of still remember like the recent drama that includes like Marvel Rivals. It was like, what is it, like Kingsman drama, where like it's same. I don't know if it's the same, but it's a similar case where in a tournament there's some troubles with like I guess it was teams, Kingsman, who actually advised his team that maybe switch off to a different hero because like they are not performing well, and then that's where like you're just ruining the vibes, is quotation or saying or meme or whatever. Yeah, and this one, I kind of understand that you should definitely know like a full like a wide variety of heroes in a case of you have to switch of like different heroes to fit with the team composition. Like basically that's what I've been doing in my own tournament, the tournament that I joined, where I play as tank. Not only that, I main like off tank, specifically Mauga. If you know Mauga from Overwatch, then I main him. But at the same time, I learn how to play with other tanks such as Reinhardt, Ramatra, and all other tanks as well, just to be flexible in the case of if the team comp isn't working, so we have to change strategies and whatnot. But even if like this is a $300,000 prize pool tournament, you should definitely pretty much have to widen your horizons instead of like focusing on one hero.
It's the first test run for a World Cup in Marvel Rivals. Hopefully it grows into something more beautiful. I would love to have more countries participate and also more LAN events. What are your guys' thoughts, and did I miss anything? And obviously, yeah, one of the things that they mentioned there is the Squirrel Girl thing, saying you should learn more than Squirrel Girl. And that's essentially what Warren over here, he's like more so of an Overwatch streamer, I would say, has been under fire for. I actually, watch Warren and a lot of those guys. So actually, this is almost like a crossover of a field that I know, right? And again, Warren has been kind of under fire, saying, just to clarify, I only had a few days from the moment I was invited to the actual tournament. It was pitched as a creator tournament, so I accepted like always. Every day off stream, I practiced my main, Squirrel Girl and Nama, and tried to pick up Cyclops. He got banned non-stop.
Bro, like I feel the pain where one of your main heroes is always be insta-banned. Oh my god, so that's why like he always main Squirrel Girl. Oh
So,
no.
yeah, essentially what happened was the Warren had a very small skill set, and he was very good at Squirrel Girl, whatever. But obviously it seems like he wasn't really going to budge too much in terms of, whenever a team, goes through, we should play this character, you should play this character. He wasn't so flexible with that. And obviously after the tournament was already kind of lost, he said, okay, guys, now I can flex. And that's what kind of got a lot of people upset with him as well, right?
Okay.
And of course, this is all going on while Dokibird is in the team and obviously XQC and whatever. Yeah, obviously this was one of the posts that Warren put up talking about this kind of stuff, right?
Even the subtitles is the vibes went from immaculate. No, like it's gotta be one of the iconic things. When you talk about Marvel Rivals and then vibes, yeah, it's all connected.
We're strong on
backline.
DPS, we're strong on supports, and we have like good tank. Like I think we're okay.
Yeah, good single tank.
Have you played Ultron before?
Nope, never in my life.
Have you played Rocket before?
Nope. No, I'm a Squirrel Girl demon. Tell him.
No, I believe
this guy can throw a net, just me.
Well, I could try the triple support. Do you want me to do the Ultron, or would you rather
the time
Rocket?
to do Ultron was like 2 games ago, dude.
Oh.
Or play whatever you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's just have fun. We're strong.
All right, before Kazana's talk. Damn, yo, like there's 2 different types of whether you would lock in on a single character or a single hero for the match. One, if the hero that you pick, or you're gonna do a locked in hero, make sure that you're actually you're actually contributing to the team, like actually getting eliminations, actually like denying space, and actually denying the enemy team's interaction, such as if they want to do a push, or if they want to do an ult battle, or if they want to do disruptions where they will try to like pick off your supports. If that doesn't work, so yeah, that's the other type of like lock-in hero, where you're just basically just feeding to the enemy team and just farm like ultimate points, or just farming their ultimate at your sorry ass. It is what it is. So with that, you just whether like you're the other where you just actually feeding them, just switch. Like you said, you are like demon at Squirrel Girl. You just have like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You have to switch what the team needs, not just be be selfish.
So yeah, as you can see, it ended up getting a little bit toxic, and it seems like, yeah, he is essentially a person who doesn't know that many characters apart from the Squirrel Girl and whatever. And then after they were already kind of losing and it was a little bit too late, he's like, should we just try Ultron or whatever? And they were like, okay, well, the time was about 2 games ago, but it's a little bit too late now, so just do whatever the hell you want. So yeah, obviously the vibes were a little bit down And you can see why there was this kind of drama surrounding this, right? Then was she lying when we said that we're strong on DPS? I said, hey guys, I can flex after
Oh
you're
my
already out of the
God.
tournament, Lamau. At least you pretended to care at the end, saying was flexing to other characters all tournament long, including before it started while warming up, saying you're slow.
Ouch.
Anyone watching was able to see you are unwilling to switch, saying please keep name calling. I switched to Nama on numerous occasions to help mark the OAA Starlord players. Punisher versus Captain to shotgun him, and Devil Dino to attempt 2-1-3. So yeah, obviously it is pretty interesting, right? And that's been a clip that's come out. And then of course Aramori responded to that saying, you're saying you can fill after we're already out of the tournament. Of course I'm tilted, bro. Lol, what? It's 300k. My
Oh
bad.
my
Next time I'll tell
God.
you it's not your fault for picking Squirrel Girl over and over. And I think this comes down to one of these problems where essentially, you know, there has been this entire kind of thing of, are people serious enough for a tournament with $300,000, you know, dollars on the line, right? And that's been a
All
problem.
right, like additional information that I nowadays realize. Like also, this is a good learning experience to whether like which member would you pick for your team composition, or which player would you not include to your team. So this is also like a learning experience that if they, let's say for example, if there's gonna be another Marvel Rivals tournament, whether it's gonna be like a $300,000 prize pool tournament, or it could be like an indie tournament, whether like if the player has an history of not actually like playing for the team and actually just install lock one hero, and then after like getting eliminated from the tournament, you just, you know, like, oh yeah, I maybe we need to flex on that. So yeah, it's a lesson learned that maybe you shouldn't have that player on your team that, you know, having a history of like performing worse.
In a lot of Marvel Rivals tournaments, including the Kingsman drama, right? The whole
Oh,
Kingsman drama
shit.
started off as Kingsman wanted to win. He wanted to win that money. It would help him a little bit. And of course, the other people on his team didn't want to. But of course, it's a competitive tournament. Well, I say they didn't want to. They probably wanted to, but they wanted to have like a more casual
Oh my
time,
God,
right?
the
They didn't want to have like,
vibes.
you know, all these call outs or whatever. And that's how that kind of started. It's kind of a similar situation, right? In the sense that I feel like maybe Warren wasn't too ready for this, and I think it is also down to Marvel Rivals.
Like at the same time, like if Warren isn't ready for like a tournament, at least have like the audacity to actually listen to the team, and whether or not like actually contributing to the team effort, and actually listen to the team, that if you suck as Squirrel Girl and not actually like contributing with defending or attacking or whatnot, then yeah, you're just a bad player. You're just a troll, especially during a tournament where everyone's competitive, like up to 11. What are we talking about?
As well to kind of sort that, because of course he says, what did he say? I forgot where he said it. Saying, yeah, it was pitched as a creator tournament. So that is something maybe that Marvel Rivals could have pitched a little bit better, being like, you know, you got to actually try or whatever in these events, and maybe, you know, again, I think it was probably poorly kind of, I guess, organized, in the sense that, yeah, he only had like 5 days. You couldn't even practice any other characters if you really wanted to. So again, you could practice them a little bit, but maybe not to a good level. So yeah, obviously that has kind of killed the vibes altogether. And then of course they're going to say, yes, there were other issues. Yes, 1,000,000%, myself included. But I don't want to sit here and let Warren act like, woe is me, she was so mean. I got Zaza'd in a tournament with 10,000 the prize pool as Basim. Bro, oh my god, Kingsman was so much meaner and got a bajillion followers. If I'm silent, I'm a quiet pushover who can't lead. If I take charge and lead, I'm a bitch. Can't win, go next. saying we
Yeah,
want
tough.
Nama. So we went Nama and Halo on game 2, and that still wasn't good enough for you. Expecting too damn much from creators who don't play the game for a living. Saying my man was in a Marvel Rivals tournament and had to play a role plus character he didn't know, and they still won because of communication and PMA. Bro is a piss baby.
Wait, what do you mean? Like a role plus character he didn't like? It's pretty much when before like forming the team, like the organizers, or pretty much like before the team is formed, like the team is formed, it's pretty much like they would go like a couple of interviews, whether like, oh yeah, which roles would you want to, like, are you a tank, or are you a DPS, or are you a support? It's pretty much like the you chose like which roles would you wanna like fill in. If Warren says like if he wants to play DPS, of course it is pretty much expected that he would play like DPS or a wide variety of DPS characters instead of just playing one.
So sorry, Aramori. Some people say, Aramori, I love you, girl, but I think it's best to, it might be best to redirect a lot of this hilt towards netties and not a creator who doesn't play the game often. Saying, all right, I can't lie, this is the mindset of someone who just isn't a competitor, especially to post about it afterwards.
This comment, this post, man. Can we just fucking buff Squirrel Girl? Man, if only they would buff Squirrel Girl for like 2 matches ago.
It seemed like you're the bad guy, wanting to win. Lol, don't sweat over this, babe. So yeah, obviously, there was a couple of posts as well, which we'll go into now, of Warren talking about, you know, everything that went on after the match, including obviously him talking about Dokibird. So Warren says that Dokibird and Aramori were not helping XQC on tank because they were too busy blaming him instead of addressing other fundamental issues.
Here we go.
This is the clip.
And I feel like his
All right. Before we get play the game, I'm sorry, but this is not the way, like, post tournament where you just gonna like start shit. This is not the way where like if you want to talk about the tournament, might as well like, you know, like be analytical about it instead of just start like starting drama. I mean, like, this pretty much blew out of the water. Like, it's pretty much expected, especially when if a tournament has like big content creators such as like Dokibird or such as like XQC, big fan by the way. It's always gonna end up with drama, whether or not the they have like beef within their team, or whether like they have like problems with the enemy team, or whether the rules of the tournament is not like fair or whatnot. There's always gonna be drama, especially that there will always be content creators or streamers in that particular matter would use that opportunity to start drama just to, like, you know, garner garner views, or just clout chasing in particular.
voice went completely swept under the rug. XQC's fucking struggling. Okay? Like, XQC was struggling. And nobody was paying attention to him because the peanut gallery was too focused on me on Squirrel. Dokibird and Ara were too dead set on me being the problem, and they didn't want to admit that, like, there were other fundamental issues. Okay? Like, X was struggling, dude. He was getting grabbed and tossed around like a salad on tank by the Wolverine and stuff. And so, this is where we move on. Everybody's so quick to say I was a bad teammate. XQC and I, all right, go, hey, we think we should ban Wolverine. X is really struggling. We only have one tank player. Let's ban Wolf. Let's ban Wolf. You know what she does? She doesn't ban Wolf, and then they protect him in game 2. What? And then the same thing fucking happens. And I feel like his...
So yeah, obviously now he's trying to find like blame on other people as well, which again, you know, I don't think everybody's perfect. And even I think Aramori in here says like, hey, yeah, there were other issues, myself included. So, you know, of course it's not just him, but I definitely do think there was, you know, some issues as well with the whole swapping thing. I guess. They say what's funny, is that they why they didn't help him on tank. It's because he went to SG and refused to swap. They can't bother finding the clip, but they told him about how the big wall now gives him CC immunity on Groot, but still he didn't play amazing. They can do everything but play the game for him. I say, bro, this guy's really dig riding XQC so badly. This drama is so brain dead. So yeah, and of course here's another clip as well where obviously they say Warren blamed Fan, Aramori, and Dokibird for losing the recent tournament on the 300,000 Marvel Rivals tournament, saying last time him and SQC played in the competition, they won.
Saying I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in this tournament as and the last tournament is the current one, including Dokibird, Aramori. Wait a second. Fan? Wait. Aramori, Dokibird, Fan. We're all in this tournament too? And none of them were on my team? And XQC and I won? Huh.
Oh.
That's weird. That's fucking weird. Well, just goes to show I don't actually know if the problem was us. Oh snap, guys! No. I think we just discovered something new. But
so yeah, essentially what he's saying is during this, apparently, I think he and XQC won or whatever. He's saying that yeah, him and XQC have done tournaments before and won together, right? But he's saying, well, they've added Aramori, Dokibird, and Fan, who were all in their team this time, and all of a sudden they weren't winning. So obviously he's trying to blame it on the woman that joined their team, right? Now, is it a woman thing or is it just a he just doesn't like the thing? I don't know. But of course, a lot of people have been not so happy about that, saying now he's definitely cooked Lamau. Like he's really a DPS player at heart, blaming everybody but himself. I see he blames the woman. I wonder why. Why is he throwing shade?
Oh my god, I'm just gonna. It reminds me of. It's kind of like a classic. Like I'm not like talking about Warren here, but in Overwatch, it's kind of classic where either like the DPS, like it's mostly DPS that would complain a lot, whether like if they didn't get enough healing every time like they would push, or they would try to like do a play or do a montage, and they would just start complaining like, oh my gosh, like support diff or tank diff, oh my gosh, team diff or whatnot. Like it's pretty much like a classic.
The other two I can understand are Amori, but why the others weird champ? And yeah, I think that is 100% the case. Now again, I didn't actually see the interactions that Dokibird or Fan had with them, so I don't know if they were similar to Aramori, but it definitely seems like Aramori is the one that is the most like hostile about this and getting angry about this, right? I can understand why he would be talking about her quite a bit, but I don't understand why we're dragging Dokibird and Fan into this when I don't think they're really, I don't think they're that, much into it. So again, of course, Dokibird has also responded to this saying, despite all the drama going on right now, I hope everyone will continue to support the creators. I hope everyone will support the creators and teams tomorrow that qualified to the finals. There's a lot of smaller streamers around the world that made it through, and I do hope the negative focus doesn't overshadow their efforts and exposure. I think what I feel mostly bad about is no one really wins in this situation, as everyone will focus or talk about the negativity that came from the Rivals World Cup. Getting invited to see these events is hard for someone who's a smaller creator, as opportunities are very slim. It attempted to shine a spotlight to underrepresented regions and creators around the world, and I know a lot of people worked very hard to be there, and they deserve the exposure. So I hope in the end, the tournament having its faults, people can still support the players that made it through. So
all right, like from what I'm getting from Doki's tweets, like this tweet right here, yeah, it's kind of a bummer that like even for like the smallest creators that are lucky to be a part of the $300,000 prize pool tournament, but at the same time, like it will always be like overshadowed. Like even like the smallest creators would get like get the support, but the support is gonna be like crumbs versus in the fact that this drama right here is so big that it pretty much like overshadows everything. Like think about it, like if you're talking about an event, or what is the like the most memorable moments of of this tournament. Oh yeah, it's about the drama between between like HC's team that like everyone's talking about. Like that's what like everyone's gonna remember from that tournament or from this tournament. So it's kind of sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. It will overshadows everything.
Yeah, she's essentially saying, you know, hey, go and support the other people, because again, that's what it's all about. Which again, I think that's fair enough, right? And of course, Dokibird here as well, saying how it feels right now as someone who loves both Rivals and Overwatch. And obviously, yeah, watching all the drama.
Oh
and,
god.
Yeah, it's quite funny. So yeah, I mean, that is essentially all of the drama that's been going on. As I said, Dokibird has been dragged into it through a couple of these clips. I don't know why she's even mentioned there in the first place, but I just wanted to give you guys the full context on everything that was kind of going on and why people are so mad, because it's been a pretty crazy one so far. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame though. Oh my god, it's my video. Anyway, it's kind of bad, or it's kind of bummer that this happened. But it is what it is. It is what happens when you have like big content creators that happens to be like dragged into a drama. It sucks.